In the library in the main building of Bangor University, the Richards Reading Room is located. It is a room named after Dr. Thomas Richards, who was the librarian of the University College of North Wales during the first half of the 20th century. The position of librarian was a very important one, with honour and authority attached to it, and there is no doubt that during his time, Thomas Richards transformed the college library and turned it into a professional organisation that was admired by all. This is not his only legacy. He also left his mark on the collections of manuscripts and records that were in the care of the university, significantly increasing its holdings. The university had around 200 manuscripts in its care in 1925, and that figure had risen to 83,000 by 1933. Thomas Richards was born on the 15th of March 1878 in Maes Glas near Talabont, Ceredigion, the son of Isaac and Jane Richards. In 1899, he was accepted as a student to the University College of North Wales, where he was a pupil to the famous Sir John Edward Lloyd, and graduated in 1903 with honours in history. After leaving the college, he began his career as a history teacher and taught for a quarter of a century in 3 different schools successively, in Tywyn, Meirionnyddshire, Bootle, Merseyside, and Maes Teg. During his time teaching, he began writing books on the history of religion and Puritanism in Wales. 8 books were published under his name, including 2 autobiographies. He also managed to gain an MA degree in 1914 and D.Lit in 1924. When Thomas Richards was appointed by the college in Bangor in 1926, he was 48 years old. He was already well known as a historian and essayist. As librarian, unlike his predecessor Thomas Shankland, he was a strict disciplinarian and punished any students who broke the rules or misbehaved. Despite this, he received the affectionate nickname Doc Tom. Thomas Richards was a keen collector of documents and also possessed some persuasive skills. He collected important and unique manuscripts relating to all aspects of the history of North Wales and, in particular, targeted the landed gentry, securing several significant deposits for the university, such as the estate papers of Penrhyn Castle, Baron Hill, Bodorgan, etc. These collections are still considered to be very important resources for the students of the university, as well as the people of the area, and attract researchers from afar. Thomas Richards pushed his interest in collecting books and manuscripts a step further by employing former quarryman Bob Owen Croesor as an assistant to search for rare items in auctions and bookshops and private houses. Indeed, they became a well-known duo and were described by the BBC's Sam Jones as the Welsh Laurel and Hardy. Doc Tom spent 2 very prosperous decades as Bangor University librarian before he retired in 1946. He also, in later years, received the Medal of the Honourable Society of Cymrodorion in 1958 and a doctorate from the University of Wales in 1959. This is what Thomas Parry said about him. His appointment at Bangor, though totally unexpected, proved to be an inspired choice, for this gangling, witty, highly intimidating librarian would bestride the college library like a colossus for the next 20 years and transform its role and status. There was only one Doc Tom, according to R.T. Jenkins. We undoubtedly owe him a great deal. Bangor University would be a much poorer institution without his tireless campaigning to build on the contents of the Welsh Library and the archival collection, which are, no doubt, one of the jewels in the crown of the college on the hill.